the U.S. military has released video of yet another Chinese fighter jet harassing and flying dangerously close to a U.S. military plane. Officials say this happened Tuesday over the South China Sea.
Tensions between the U.S. Air Force and China are at an all-time high, sparking fears of a potential World War III. From the skies over Taiwan to the murky world of cyber warfare, these two superpowers are locked in a high-stakes showdown. In today's video, we're diving deep into the preparations and cutting-edge technologies that could tip the scales in this global face-off. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. To understand the current situation, let's rewind and explore the backstory shaping the U.S. Air Force, or USAF, and China's People's Liberation Army Air Force, or PLAAF. The USAF's roots go way back to August 1, 1907, when the Aeronautical Division of the U.S. Army Signal Corps was created. They started out dabbling in balloons and dirigibles. Believe it or not, fast forward to 1908 and they acquired their first airplane from none other than the Wright brothers. After evolving into the U.S. Army Air Corps in 1926 and playing a pivotal role in World War II, the USAF officially became a separate branch on September 18, 1947, following the signing of the National Security Act by President Harry S. Truman. From humble beginnings to a powerhouse in the skies, the USAF has a storied history. On the flip side, the PLAAF was born in 1924, starting with a small group of 9 cadets trained under the Guangzhou Revolutionary Government Aviation Bureau. Officially established in November 1949 after the CCP's victory in the Chinese Civil War. The PLAAF's early years were marked by a mix of captured Kuomintang or KMT and Soviet aircraft. Their first major combat experience came during the Korean War, with Soviet-supplied MiG-15 fighters. The 1980s kicked off significant reforms for the PLAAF, modernizing their force through organizational restructuring and increased collaboration with Russia. Entering the 21st century, the PLAAF acquired modern aircraft like the Sukhoi Su-27 and embraced the Strategic Air Force concept in 2004. This evolution brought them into numerous conflicts with the USAF, especially in the Asia-Pacific region. Notable incidents include the April 2001 collision between a U.S. Navy EP-3 surveillance plane and a Chinese J-8II fighter jet near Hainan Island, leading to a diplomatic standoff. Talk about a tense situation. Let's compare the current might of the PLAAF and the USAF. The USAF operates around 13,200 aircraft featuring advanced fighter jets, bombers, and support aircraft. That's a lot of firepower. In contrast, the PLAAF has approximately 3,200 aircraft. While that's still impressive, it's significantly fewer than the USAF. The USAF's fleet includes top-tier fighter jets like the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II, boasting superior stealth and tech sophistication. The PLAAF's lineup features modern jets like the J-20 Stealth Fighter and J-16 Multi-Role Fighter, which, while advanced, generally lag behind the USAF's latest models. The sky's the limit, but who's got the upper hand? The USAF also fields strategic bombers like the B-1B Lancer, B-2 Spirit, and B-52 Stratofortress, capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear payloads. The PLAAF's H-6 bomber, though upgraded, lacks the range and stealth of its American counterparts. In terms of support aircraft, the USAF's vast fleet includes 625 tankers for aerial refueling and numerous transport aircraft, like the C-17 Globemaster III and C-130 Hercules. The PLAAF's tanker fleet is smaller with fewer refueling aircraft, and while their transport capabilities are growing with aircraft like the Y-20, they still trail behind the USAF. The USAF operates over 5,400 helicopters crucial for transport, medical evacuation, and close air support. The PLAAF's 902 helicopters limit their operational flexibility compared to the USAF. It's not just about the numbers, it's about versatility and readiness. The strategic objectives of the USAF and PLAAF reflect their distinct national priorities and global ambitions. The USAF focuses on integrating cutting-edge technologies, including advanced fighter jets, unmanned systems, and artificial intelligence. They're ensuring global power projection supported by a robust fleet of tankers, strategic bombers, and transport aircraft, making sure they can operate anywhere in the world. It's all about staying ahead of the curve and keeping that technological edge. Meanwhile, the PLAAF aims for regional dominance, accelerating the development and deployment of advanced aircraft to reach technological parity with Western air forces. They seek to extend their operational reach to protect Chinese interests beyond their borders. This includes the ability to conduct operations in the Western Pacific and beyond the first-second island chains. It's a game of cat and mouse with high stakes and high-tech toys. Both forces are ramping up their training and readiness for potential conflicts. The USAF is undergoing significant changes to prepare for high-end conflicts, including the Air Force Generation, or the AFF-ORGEN model. This model establishes a 24-month rotational cycle divided into phases: prepare, certify, available, and reset. They're also investing in advanced training infrastructure like simulators and synthetic environments to enhance integrated training. This approach aims to provide more realistic and complex training scenarios that better reflect potential future conflicts. Exercises like Combat Cardinal 2024 are designed to test and improve the ability of Air Mobility Command. The PLAAF is modernizing its training regimens and increasing the intensity of its exercises to prepare for high-stakes conflicts. Their training programs emphasize joint operations, electronic warfare, and integrated new technologies. Regular large-scale exercises simulate various combat scenarios to improve operational capabilities and readiness. The PLAAF is integrating more closely with other branches of the Chinese military through a doctrine of joint operations. They're preparing for every possible scenario, leaving no stone unturned. But training isn't just about practice, it's about adaptation. The USAF, for instance, is heavily investing in cyber warfare capabilities. In today's digital age, battles are fought not just in the skies, but also in cyberspace. The USAF cyber units are constantly honing their skills to protect vital infrastructure and disrupt enemy networks. Both sides are locked in a silent, invisible war that could prove decisive in any future conflict. The potential for World War III between the US and China carries significant risks and consequences. Both sides would likely suffer substantial military losses, with heavy casualties and significant damage to military infrastructure. Economically, both nations would suffer, but China's reliance on global trade could hit them harder, potentially disrupting the global economy and trade routes. Imagine the impact on everything from consumer electronics to global stock markets. It would be catastrophic. The Indo-Pacific region would become a central battleground, leading to widespread instability. Key international waterways and territories would be contested, affecting not just China and the US, but all nations relying on these routes for trade. The ripple effects could be catastrophic. Given these risks, both the US and China have strategic interests in avoiding direct military conflict. It's a delicate balance of power, where one wrong move could lead to disaster. Diplomacy and strategic maneuvering are more crucial than ever. The environmental impact would also be severe, with destruction on such a scale leading to long-term ecological damage. So there you have it, a comprehensive look at the rising tensions between the US Air Force and China, and what it could mean for the world. The truth is, a full-scale air war would be incredibly complex. Who do you think has the edge in a potential World War III? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses and updates. Stay tuned and stay informed.